What's good, y'all? It's Clyde, aka Archangel Zadell, aka Blackheart, BLACHART. Now's video, now's video is about prana, the breath of God. How to use the force in developing your dimensional body, your multidimensional body, which you use to travel throughout this multidimensional universe. This multiverse really is the correct term for it. Here's the song, Sober Lucy, inspired by the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson by Blackheart. All in my mind, so Lucy. So, prana, the force. Two words for the same thing. The force has been mentioned in Star Wars, many other movies, but it's a real, usable energy. It's an energy that can be hard to grasp at first because it needs to be worked with. You need to build a relationship with this energy, just like you need to build a relationship with any other energy. Just like how we've built a relationship with the negative energy that we continue to feed on this planet. It's time to start feeding something positive. So, what is prana and the force? The prana, or the force, is the life force energy that gives life to everything in the multiverse. It can be beneficial or it can be harmful. One or the other. Beneficial energy is positive, feels good, it's blue, light blue, sky blue to be exact. in the throat chakra. Then you have, that's what would be considered the light side of prana, of the force, like Star Wars. There's a little bit of truth in everything. Just like I mentioned in my video on the entertainment industry in the world, how it connects. It's a little bit of truth in everything. So there's the light side, the blue light in space, in silence. And then there's the dark side, which is the red. Mostly red, you'll see red and dark. Which is not to be confused with black energy. Dark is actually evil. Black is a multitude of colors, all the colors really mixed together. Once it has direction, you can see separation in between the colors. Once it's organized, once it has the light, it's organized, and then you can see all the colors, then you become a rainbow being. But that's another video. So with prana, with the force, same thing again. I just like to make sure you guys understand that all these words just point to something. Don't get lost in the words themselves. Focus on silence. Listen to silence itself. You can always find silence underneath any sound. No sound exists without silence being there first. No thing exists without space being there first. These are facts of the universe. So, with great power comes great responsibility. But really, they should say, with great information comes great power, and that comes great responsibility. Because this is great information, and it comes with responsibility because it comes with power. The dark side of the force is harmful. The light side of the force is beneficial. Though some people use the dark side of the force to be beneficial to only themselves or to a group of people that don't involve most other people. Or who knows, maybe they think it involves everyone and they think it's for the greater good. But the real question is it beneficial for what matters? And what matters is unconditional love. Love is all that matters. Love is all there is. This is the truth of the soul. This is how you find your spirit. You need to find love first. Not between a man and a woman, not between a man and a man, not between a woman and a woman, not between anything other than yourself. Nothing in between. You need to find love for yourself first. Once you love yourself, the mind stops. And you start to realize who you really are. The trick with the force, with prana, you need to pay attention to space and silence. Maybe start with just one of those two, but you need to pay attention to both because they're both very important. One deals with your hearing, your psychic hearing. Another one deals with your psychic seeing. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, I think is the proper terms for it. But as I was saying, you want to look into space in silence. Look and listen into space in silence. These energies around that I'm pointing, whirling around in space in silence. And then you begin to see what looks like little dots. But when you look closer, and you don't need to move to look closer, remember, we're immovable. So we're one with no thing. We're technically zero. The number is zero. The highest and lowest. The highest in the room and the lowest energy in the room. We're both polarities. We're balanced. We're higher balance. So when you're thinking of prana, all you have to do really is think about it. Think about it being there in space, in your body, in space, outside your body, in silence. You begin to hear it. You begin to hear it ringing in your ear, which is really the tone of God, tone of frequency. You're starting to tap into energies and then really begin to experience them firsthand. It's a good thing. So, excuse me. To really understand this energy, you need to look at this energy as God or the universe or the multiverse. And pull that energy into your body with the breath. The slower you move your breath in and out, the more presence you build, the more one with the present moment you are, the more prana that you can pull into your body and be aware of at one time. And you want to focus, you are what you attract. So you want to become the light blue dot. Don't worry about the dark side. That's something that you know deep down is forbidden. And there's reasons why it's forbidden, and I shouldn't need to make a video on that, and I shouldn't need to mention that in this video. So you want to focus on the light blue energy, the light blue dots, orbs of light. What I found is best is if you put one light blue orb on each of your epicenter chakras, your mind chakra, your heart chakra, and your lower chakra, Mind chakra, ½ inch above the eyebrow. Heart chakra in the center of your very being. Soft spot of your chest, right here. Below the sternum. Then you have your lower chakra about 2 inches below the belly button. And all of these are located directly in front of the spine. In your direct middle, your middle pillar. Right there. Middle pillar. Directly in front of the spine. Energy. Kundalini. So that what I found is best is to put one of those prana orbs, those light blue prana orbs, put one of those light blue prana orbs on each of those epicenter chakras. Excuse me. And when you do that, you are what you attract. So if you breathe, if you hold that energy and you breathe in that energy and you slow the breath, you begin to pull in that positive, godly, divine energy that only God can use through you. That only you can use through you to become a super being, supernatural, to do things that are supernatural and natural, even better. To become what you're really meant to be. These are the things we need on this planet, is to be aware of these things and to be mindful of these things. We need to be mindful of the force and prana. Mindful of the light blue dots. Mindful of our chakras. When we started out, we were mindful of these things, but then we lost that in the world. Now it's time to get back to that. Let's go. That's why I'm here. That's why I incarnated, baby. When you're focusing on the light blue prana in space, in silence, you want to look at that energy as God, as the universe, as the multiverse, because it is. It's part of God, it's part of our creation as no thing. That's a good way to look at it. It's part of our creation as no thing, as God. We created God, just like we created evil and the devil and demons. We created all this. We created angels, archangels. We created that. That was our job and our doing. We did that. You and me. Us together. No separation. Don't separate anything. Let's get it. I just had to say you and me is a technicality. That's the only reason why I said that. I wasn't trying to be confusing. Okay, so you want to love this force, this light blue force, unconditionally. And it may take some time to build up trust with that, because it's not like loving a person, even though if you can imagine or pretend that's like loving a person, that it's like loving the person you love most, or even more than the person you love most, which will probably get there eventually, but I'm sure you can match the feeling of loving somebody that you love the most with loving this energy as God. And when you do that, you begin to pool the energy into different areas in your multidimensional body. And when you do that, you need to have unconditional love for prana, God, the force. Think about that. This divine energy brings life to me every day. It wakes me up. Keeps me breathing. Keeps my heart pumping. It does all these things behind the scenes to make sure I'm at my best. And I just need to realize those things. I just need to be aware of those things. I just need to see those things happening. I need to hear those things happening. I just need to feel those things happening. And as no thing, I can do that. I can do all things as no thing. You love the prana, and it begins to love you back. If you allow yourself to be loved, if you forgive yourself for what you've done, for what you may do, and what you're doing now that you're not aware of, that you need to stop. If you surrender to God, then you can use this force, this prana, which is the ancient term for the force. The force is a new term. Prana is an ancient term for it. When you use that energy of God, you become everything that you wish for before you came here. Everything that you know you're supposed to be is right in here. You just need the spiritual energy to evolve the rest of you into that thing that you know you're meant to be. So love the space and silence. Love the prana in space and silence as well. And then once you combine those two energies, you begin to feel the love get reciprocated to you. Because you're essentially working with the universe to make a better you. You are all things. You are no thing at the same time. And we have a great responsibility on this planet to take care of it. And a lot of us aren't doing our job. So it's time to wake up. Let's get it. Once you understand the concept of loving prana and bringing it into your body with the breath, slowing down the breath to bring more presence, to bring more prana into the being that you are, then it's about thinking about this force, being mindful of this force, being mindful of prana, the light blue dots, the positive energy, the truth. You need to be mindful of it every second, every moment, for real. I'm being completely honest. You should never take your mind off of this prana. You don't know how powerful you would become if you never took your mind off of prana. I'm just trying to help y'all. If you never took your mind off of prana, you become a superhuman. You would change the world forever. And it's only right that we step into our power and do the damn thing. Yeah. Let's go. I see you shining out there. I see you doing your thing. Let's go. That's what's up. The world's really changing. The world's vibration is changing for the better, for beneficial things. Once you grasp the concept of loving the prana, allowing it to love you back, forgiving yourself, surrendering to God, then all you have to do is be mindful of the four things that I just mentioned. And remember, at the core of this, we're still no thing. This is just layers of our energy I'm getting at. We're still no thing, no matter what. We can never change that. We're no thing. Okay? Spark up on that shit. Just so y'all know, everything on this channel is an inward mandala. You be thinking about it for the rest of your lifetime. So come back to these videos and allow the mandala to continue to unfold with new information every now and then. Whenever you miss the information, whenever you get that calling, just come back to the video. Now, I'm gonna play y'all one more song, and you have to be mindful of this too. Like I said, with great power comes, excuse me, with great power comes a great responsibility. When you're pulling prana into your body and being mindful of the force of prana, the light blue dots, sorry y'all for the pause. I just like to always keep my center in no thing and silence. Sometimes I travel there, forget about time. It's okay though. It's all part of being me and myself. I'm not worried about it. It's not a real flaw. Time doesn't exist for real. Okay, so I said I'd take a quick break. Need to quit, get my juice back up, you know what I'm saying? Heavenly flower. So basically with using the force, you don't want to have ill intent on your mind. If you have ill intent on your mind, you can end up harming somebody. You can end up harming yourself. You can end up putting yourself in situations of harm, possible harm, I should say, or definite harm, depending on your process. That's why I said to focus on the light blue dots and not the red dots. Anybody with any spiritual wisdom, with any bit of spirit in them, would know not to mess around with the dark side of the force. It's not an energy you want to play with. It's not an energy you came from. You came from the light side of the force, of the light blue dots. The only reason you're watching this video is because you came from God. So what you better do with this information is be of God, and spread love. Because that's our only job here. And goddamn it, we got the work cut out for it. So let's get it, y'all. 144,000. We won. 333. 999 shit, baby. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. So here's the song In the Sky by Blac, unreleased.
Yeah, just smoking some shit, man, you know? Stacking up my cheese, I'm just trying to make it back. I remember nights grinding where I ain't even seen a rack. Hop on tracks, cooking legal crack, and they ain't sipping lean, but they love to act. Sucking minds like attack, fuck with mine, we attack. Back my lines with the truth, I'm just looking for a sack. If I'm burning pack, best believe I found my peace. Resting that to all my niggas, level up and we deceased. Can't decrease, only in, bitch, I'm sure she love to sin, but only sin has got you going off against your win. Bitch, I got the win and I don't compete. And I ain't in no Illuminati, but I'm so elite. True stoner, bitch, I love weed. I don't like a rat, but I'm heavy on the cheese. Baby girl rolling with me, she get all she need. Dirty D's, but we clean, love and spending all the cheese. Like, what the fuck a budget, nigga?
I'll be right back, y'all.
And we all high up in the sky, high up in the sky. And we all wondering why. And we all got our piece of the pie, our piece of the pie. And we all high up in the sky, high up in the sky. Yeah. And we all high up in the sky, high up in the sky. And we all wondering why. Got our piece of the pie, our piece of the pie. And we all high up in the sky, high up in the sky. Yeah. And we all high up in the sky, high up in the sky. And we all wondering why. Got our piece of the pie, our piece of the pie. And we all high up in the sky, high up in the sky. Yeah.
Okay. So that song has to do with prana, the force. In the sky, we have space and silence. Do I need to say anything else? And we have the sky, space and silence, flowing through everything. there's more space and silence than matter in any cell or molecule or atom. And we know this for a fact. This is science. This is backed by science and scientists. You can't debunk this. Facts. So you just want to be careful. You don't want to harm anybody. You don't want anybody getting hurt anymore. We've had enough people get hurt in the past. So from now on, from here and now, let's keep things beneficial for everyone. Let's find, excuse me. Let's find a way to keep things beneficial for everyone. It's only right. Get it? Only in. Only in. Facts. So you don't want to have ill intent on your mind when you're thinking about prana. You only want to have good things on your mind. You really only want to have love on your mind. Unconditional love. That green unconditional love. And the more you get into the present moment, the more you can separate your consciousness to focus on multiple things at once. So you can actually be no thing while simultaneously directing prana from space and silence into your body to develop your multidimensional body, to be able to travel multidimensionally freely across the universes in the multiverse, into the Akashic records, onto other planets, into stars, learn how to become a star by watching stars, learn about the sun firsthand, not watered down misinformation from people who are trying to understand something. You can actually tap into the energy itself without worry and with exact precision. And we know now how to detect the spirit of truth compared to the spirit of lie. The spirit of truth always follows unconditional love, and the spirit of lie always takes us away from unconditional love. And we know what that feels like because unconditional love feels good. And going away from unconditional love will feel bad. So we'll feel worse when somebody lies to us. Once we have unlocked our heart chakra and meditated enough on that to keep it open when you're moving throughout your everyday life. Sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath with God. Then you see. Don't see is the thing we don't see. Don't see is the thing we don't see. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm about to sign off. I hopefully left y'all with all the information y'all need to charge your aura with prana, with the force, with the light blue dots, and to become everything that you wish for, no matter what it is. No matter what it is, you can do it. I guarantee it. Let's do something great. Let's do something amazing. Let's do something divine. It's only right that we do it together, as one, as zero, as God. 100. Let's give 100% focus to everything we do. And then we'll see. Blac HART signing off.